Peter Wonder, say your lecturer, AUCB, communications expert as well. I don't pay what I say. Dr. Ramsey Inusa, ebe joining here. Senior member at the Movement for Change, and I feel Bashiru Amatana, and so I join here, member of the NDC's communication team. I remember Mr. Wonder Sachi, na Memana Kwaba. Good morning, sir.
Mr. Speaker,
yes,
sir. I don't pay on Konya Kessia to say.
Na I'm Pomboko there.
I don't many experience, brah.
Weekend Nico ye.
Oh, Ben, they open and I said, Nipadi, Bema, Dunya, sorry, I thought Nancy, and Agasakasa.
Oh, yes.
And you say, Koyu and Koyu, the Nasema Yehoa.
And I trade them for say, na what you for from the Simu, though. My remember Bashiru, China, Memana Kwaba. Bashiru morning at Zain.
Nana, second time of meeting you, I think you look so wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, me are paying as a picture of him who he looks so young in the picture than maybe who.
Oh, cut it. Wait, I'm better. I'm to go.
What's life? Obezo Jose. Yo ko no mama.
Asawo. Intimidating check esema etiefo nyina.
Okay.
In fact, more yard.
Thank you.
When I was coming, I was listening to you, and one thing you mentioned that me and Kasaminim say, "Yeah, more yeah." And nunti afa so ama MPP form person beba mu station we bi mu say, you point out the facts of the matters, and once you point it out, now obi ntimi defend ya, and one so the attack ebeto. Now Obeka say boycott to radio station, and so this is one thing that I am happy to say more here. And you mentioned one other thing, say muko hu bibi na mbeka. And this move, and yes, much government in Moka. It is because mu penny ye in Moka.
Yeah.
This is what we expect of radio stations and television stations. In fact, that was what former President Akufo-Addo so I see something and say something. In January, I'm way, and I'm way, so and the Confa Assembly will say, and almost a woman radio station bill. But I find since we have political analysts with us and also other political parties of Mojan there, I think your radio station is still firm and strong. I must say that. I must put that on record too.
But I say, now, me start to war, me am a lecturer, so now. I report them at the end, I get excited when they sit. I am a penny, because academic work, betting me across. Before I was my doctor in Nusachi, now, the banner Kwabana, and I was late. Dog marching.
Speaker, marching.
Nampombo
and then my late.
Kasegu microphone in Mamma.
Indeed, my late speaker. Now, me dad dream say Sky Train.
Yeah, fam. 95.1.
Yeah, do a diabolic now, person.
And then diabolic.
Look, why wouldn't him say cream white free to be seen there?
Speaker, you
mu papa senke be Sky Train. Maso.
And I make say anchor. Man, what you make?
Me too.
I miss anchor buyer. Anchor lateness, and I say. Difficulty in commuting from point A to point B. No, and
that's that you know use Sky Train, no doc. That Obantem, no Sky Train now use.
Ose.
At that Obantem, no.
And I make us a congestion. There be a congestion. A crowd.
We man can answer me. I can answer me.
Me tell some speaker. I say I make no speaker better maker. Officer me here propaganda.
Man also can.
Speaker.
Anyway,
me ma we for ni na machine wajumo for ni na omo Onua FM.
But that's it. Marisa say lecture so I wonder na yendi enkomo enfree ho two major issues on the table. Now US restriction in terms of visa womo edema multiple entry and kananka 5 years. But we don't know what happened. America buying sorry almost so much July and they say 3 months now yeah they are more 90 days. But as we speak over the weekend one more a restriction no at the field home security and making that announcement. My answers here in free and also again weekend yeah ECG. And then home keka home containers say yeah we more retrieve over 1,000 of them from the port and again 9 more so you can 9 more sir the National Anti-Galamsey Task Force Ministry, and the President acting, they've been charged to go around the country and make sure, say, baby, I declare security zones, be protect your water bodies. But my started with the visa restrictions and the issues by. I'm sure say Ghana ni be oti no pay I will be well American will be very happy. Say 5 years visa, you better answer the amount and the multiple entry. Ubetimi akwaba. I mean tell.
Say asempa any asemde. Say obi eye dia etene eto asumua ye nyina yenka.
Okay.
Oya born so a ye nyina yenka mbom ne ye de yenka. Na say nia honorable Okujato Ablakwa any your president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama atumi aye die. Anope die menkwa die metwa mu purusi na se wo hwa Ethiopia, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana so ka ho ana mo de sa tabo no eto ye so dem sa na mo no a Ghana 2 ya oje sa won a yesi yensan kofi a aman a aka no se yenyi no eno na ema ya mo de tabo beto ye so a Ghana ye na adwene se obegye no na mbom sa wo hwe yenua yi a yenua mo a mo be yi a wo mutri mo no megidi ye pa so meka se Ghana adie mu hwemo se Ghana ambie omapon amma se yemfo momra anka omuka US na mumu no me so me fele se wote obi man so na nipa ne se bia oniema mienu miensa bi wo ho a entwa yiye sanko wachi a mengidi se waye bone saa esan se mbra omampan ajekum kufuo eba His Excellency ba ye na wan omu ni nkrata wo Ghana he nyina no osan ma obi akọ ne kurum tetu abrofo na mo Ghana ku aha a omu ni nkrata nyina osan de omu koye enyi se wo ko man bi so ana wan a moti amanone America horobo enya mo nyina na me se ye ka so mo san ko mu kurum ye wo Ghana fo bi e na mo san wo ho ye wo Nigeria fo bi e mo san West Africans bi e mo san wo ho wan a mo wan krata na mo main concern eye wan a ye ko sunya de yesua de ni wia yensan koyachi ebi mo hono ma abanya bom ho ka se anase be ka scholarship ene de amomo se usua de wia nimde na wakonya no e wosan wosan eba wo man mu na wo de besom obi wo hono ma osua de ni wia so obesan aba no onsan ma wo no wakam eba sa no a won so mo wechire na omesan akọ no anam pe akonya bia akosua de no wo sia mo kwan na mom se wotumi kọ na wunya won krata wo de ye adwuma de mini wunia asem be se wuni nkrata yesa ko wachi o se tintinti won san ko amma be wusa man nyina ma bodin ni nyina no na mo nya krado se on beje safo yi ana ye man pan enko agye to mu se tisadia kuntu ehwane a na tia na ye de esan ko intermediate ma ye krado se meje mo em so de mo ba ye first batch ba ye no omo ya omo adwene se mo de aban no court omo siu aban no na tempara ye kire mu amukuro mu kwan emse no so no nya aban no eye no emse ne kwan sora nan se obo bi man so ya jew na wontina wodin na ya mpa bi mfa wonhye na wo ye pese otam embrasha kwan se kan se court no kon ba eye yi no obi man so na woti o so mpew ana obi aje wo nti bi ni yesa nka wo so mo ni je isa se krona ofusu ko ya nyew ana obi akase medie esan se West Africa ECOWAS nti maje mu nyina mo mbra nti asanka omutumi di nidie bi ma omampan na mo da se mom se wabie kwan na me se nia osaye no esan akokosi osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah so mpembebre mo frɛ Ghana se the gateway to Africa nia Kwame Nkrumah ye ya de bia me kase Kwame Nkrumah ni so de ehunu ni nyina no media me bono bedea I can only group it to 3. And I just say he's developing the individual from there to the subsystemic and then the systemic. Subsystemic, no say after so what developer say minia or any dog here. And church no other show muno or expect say one so no will be free ho. Now would the come a mindful. Now a mindful no so no see to be here now Africa and beyond. So Ghana there a bring you na me say we are seeing na hwe African po omo hwe so ye betu na mobi an Africa betu na mombi a ye di kan say Ghana fo ɛdeɛn na ɔmo kan na nti megye yie sɛ ne aban na yɛrɛ deɛ yɛ na other countries so bɛhwɛ so na ɔmo so to na mo na yɛnua no mo ka yi kwatifi no anaso ka America man mu no ɔmo bɛsan agye ɔmo aba fie na obia ho ahehan no nti wo bisa me sɛ me nkwa me bisa mpa
okay Bashir mami ntio
no somewhere wabosi I think that make us Africa we just need leadership say o leadership in your P na best say brabom say o leadership our financial matters will change say o leadership even how to use natural resources those things no best but without leadership we cannot get all these things
okay
dog say wo work sika na wo ni obi kita ni year say be say wan kasa wa kwala wo an kasa wa kwala wo ba na wan kasa wo papa no wo sika na say wo companies na oba na ntimi anhwe ni year at the end of the day the companies would all collapse. You see, when we have leadership in this country, in Africa, a lot of things will change and Africa will indeed be the future of this world. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has exhibited that, in fact, he was proper leadership and we speak well to the conscience of people, things can change. They are saying Okokaye. They are saying Okokaye. UN General Assembly. Ne Okokaye, yes, see, Enuntina, US for who say no, this is a promising country, a bit may lead Africa to anywhere that it has to go. But if you don't have a president like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I'll be cynical. I can say, even though young fans say, woman misika, woman support kakra, but when the truth comes, meka. You see, at some point in time, we saw some presidents say, at a point when Africa was going through a lot of issues, and I can say, ye na ye kan hu boom. Ne timid diplomacy. E twen nyina ye boom. Na ehwe se na ebesi aye asiesie nyoma ne ye no. Ebinom ko gina UN General Assembly no. Ebinom ya mo kasa em ko di konkonsa. Eko kan sensem bi emma I say Africa ne ye say Africa is just a place where a konkwan ntokokwa na esi wo ho. How can that bring development to us? In fact, Uko Burkina, and you see the development at Air Kosovo. In spite of the fact, Semimiti will say, I don't support the act of the president there when it comes to senior or Onya Akunyano. But then, we should say near Kosovo, I can say it is far better than those countries that you see you practice democracy. Look at the development at Air Kosovo, Burkina, Gambia. All those places, some years, how coup d'etat said, you see what is going on there. It takes a president like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to be able to speak to the conscience of people. A bit more than a bit more journey. I'm a new team assessor. The restriction they call that sorry, I must say, or impose restriction on Ghana. They ain't no impose restriction. We don't know. Nobody has explained anything to us. Just a word of mouth by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now we can now enter into US free and come out freely. You see, so we must just encourage our leaders. Say,
that is how it used to be. I mean, nothing has really changed over time.
No, but what happened? Then see this restriction better.
And so we should be asking more buying, because it is under the same government and as our restrictions the buy.
Good. It is under the same government restrictions buy, but then it started from somewhere. Because we had just come to power, less than 5 months, and on the restriction 2 years. So what was it? Because there were some precedents and now US for Nankasa among pay that may lead to restriction normally to Ghana for so no. But I bet baby, am I who said no? Ghana cannot be seen. Say Africa cannot be seen as a disturbance continent. Africa. And the new US for all the European countries, resources, economy over there. Now, one part of the President Obama's speech or mention, and I'm happy about it, was that 95.1. Okay, I said they shouldn't see us as people are because when you look at people like Kofi Annan or Baye, ebe fancy say Africa. Emma who say, indeed, when you say an African, An African is not just anything, but a person that can make input in the world dispensation. Not say, oh, by now can say, oh, Nipakuri, because they are African, they are blacks, they cannot do anything. He mentioned about 3 people that are very prominent people in US and other places. So based on this one, say, we are not just entering there because we could debone quantity, but we can contribute to the development of any country that we attend, or now any country. So I will say, Senator Dr. Kano, better His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, and the 95.1 the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Kujato Ablakwa, say omodi diplomacy etimi reverse no that we can always access US at any point in time where you access US, and I think it's a plus to the Mahama administration.
Very well. Now that is our member also per the little research I did. There is a quota America for them Ghana. In fact, in Ghana, a country be in a year they have a quota limit of visas or more issue. In Ghana, near 13,000. Okay, so they make sure say within the entire year they will not issue more visas exceed 13,000. Now, out of the 13,000, they've allocated 4,000 slots for students award various admissions into specific universities in the US. And again, one more award 2,000 slots for emergencies and government officials. Ebe travel ako US, ako diomujuma any idea. Then the remaining 8,000 is for the B2, B3 visas. Omo visit visa for business purposes and conferences near there. And also amounted to 8,000. And that is it. Now, again, the whole issue, and it's this is how it used to be. Now, US, that relationship, one more admire the multiple entry for 5 years until, there was an exchanges between the foreign affairs minister and the committee chairman in charge of home security in Ghana Senate. That exchanges and a ban no a buy. But God being so good, we are told that more left restrictions. Mamintio.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very glad that you ended on that note of the banter between Okujato and then the. Yes.
The Senate Committee Chairman in charge of Home Security.
That's right, in charge of Home Security.
Yeah, Home Security is their foreign affairs.
Yes, indeed. What I can say that I sit here as a Ghanaian, I met my bomb kuku so say Okujato Ayadie was to stand against the comment of that person when he went on X to rant against Ghana. And Okujato stood for us. I can say, Anuna metima bona abaso. And he did mention something that this is not the previous Ghana, but this is what Nkrumah's what Ghana.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, I want Ghanaians to understand something, and indeed the whole of Africa to understand something. Yefi baby, and I baha. Yenananum. Yambetuomono. They were enslaved for 400 years. Indeed, one of the greatest crimes against humanity was the transatlantic slave trade.
Mr. Mama mentioned it.
Mr. Speaker, into the US should save us that me and the visa and family home. I don't care. Mr. Speaker, I don't care. We need to look at how we should build our country. And now Kasano, the IEA is telling us that the resource wealth of Ghana is about $12 trillion. Mr. Speaker, $12 trillion. And your resources now Dubai this in Ikrum. And they are boosting tourism within their country. And then the commerce, global commerce. Dubai is at the heart of global commerce today. You go there, you tunu galamse, ewo Chrome Hanum no. Bre no ko Dubai. Mr. Speaker, I will not sit here and jubilate over whether 5 years, whether 3 years. My visa. We don't care. What we need to do as Ghanaians is to look at how we can build stronger institutions that would ensure absolute economic and social development of our people and alleviate the impoverished in our society. That is the agenda and that is the goal of any government that should be in power. Not be celebrating what may lift visa restriction. And so what? How many of Ghanaians can even afford a ticket to go to America in the first place? How many of our people? Mr. Speaker, Yankrofu Bebre Ahina Omokra Omotimara Kotoka Airport Krako who say airport ni. There are what do you call it? Very, very fundamental issues that are bedeviling our society today that we need to tackle. And yeah, US anyway, US visa need to count. Well, another thing I may say is to do with the common spirit of Pan-Africanism. I think, sir,
visa no restrictions because when they said there are people in this country, they are so much enthused about that. You have a lot of politicians America school. So I mean, Speaker, when it happens like that, how am I doing?
Mr. Speaker, I agree. But what did we do to counter that? What do we do to counter that?
No, but you are saying say and shut down how because but I just want to draw your attention to the fact that there are people who are benefiting from that place. I mean, the development by and really caused a lot.
America for no, omun say Ghana for benefit, and as omuni Ghana were multilateral ties and bilateral ties are ebe how mo yes adia no omuni adwin say ebe ha Ghana for no. They did that to suit their own agenda. What we should have also done was to also block some of their companies. Directors say omunya visa in Ghana. We should have also retaliated. Mr. Speaker, anya French fries ni burger na yedi wokrom hanumo. Yedi banku, yedi fufu. Inti say mo the blockade air 2 years so.
Oh, that courage they say
Mr. Speaker, this is Nkrumah's Ghana. We need to tell America that we are not living in the era of the colonialists.
I see.
We are living in the contemporary world today that Africa is championing the cause to be a global center of the world. That the future of the world is Africa. Ghana frontier same way that we are not slaves. We will not bow down to any imperialists, be it the UK, France, or any of them, Mr. Speaker. China for a yes, dear way, and then maybe a China Edru. The Chinese did not bow down for any of these imperialists. She may be a China Edru and then we are bowing down to them. As if say, enjoy their shepherds are they are matching us wherever they want for us to go and grace. We will not bow down to any country. We are a sovereign country, for God's sake. If you look at the UN Charter, it talks about the sovereignty of every nation, that nobody will use any capricious means or any arbitrary means against any country.
Okay.
Whether force or whatsoever.
Very well.
To let the country, Mr. Speaker,
just 1 second.
The issue in regards to Ablakwa's acceptance of these deportees, and legality in regards to Article 75 of the 1992 Constitution. Sir. Oh, na say no kahun. In regards to Article 75,
but mamen to adi akakra that member. Why? I mean, I say, no, I'm faster than be Gentleman, and I pay Gentleman at Darrow, Pacho. One more #1 dental clinic in Ghana. Would you man pay opposite? Oh, yeah, dear friend, teeth extraction, teeth replacement, and now say examination, any general consultation services. And I will pay, and pay Gentleman at Darrow, one more bay in no Eddie amount, a ban scaling, and now polishing, and Pacho Gentleman, a young way you mapa, and don't cheat, and pay to an more, na court one more as one more ebe. So so root canal treatment and afi opese ye restore wo se no edema wo se no ebietu opese ye feel na ye show jewelry sa ni nyina no anope gingermed ye ho adwuma se opese woni wo mo edi nkomo anope fro wo mo on 055 9139582 055 9139582 and after 0598 405674 na woni gingermed edi nkomo kumase for Ebeko Abrepo Junction. Womo ewo Total Filling Station no echiwa na wetime eni omo edi nkomo Techiman obeko Techiman Magazine Road na oni womo akodi nkomo womo be Techiman Market no Accra womo ewo Nungwa ana afi Atomic Down ukoha obehu womo Kofreidia obeko eye adjacent the Central Police Station ewo Kofreidia Market no enche wape na afi takrade for akọ pipe no traffic light no ase womo ewo off Tadisco Junction, woman GN Bank, and I wore the same premises. I don't pay ko na oni womo enkonkodi enkomo. Pacho womo adaruma ana abuaya no paper. Gentlemen, womo aye number 1. Na lucky season 3 no ye de aba enti anope be a part of it. Anope ube win big over 10 times. U stakes are ube make anope de obe nyina no we win ewo lucky season 3 so no and say ube dial it star 712 hash star 712 hash na wa select a year option 1 or select here na afi watcha or ticket no ewo so ticket no ewo lucky number yeah draws na your ball lucky number na then you are on your way to winning big and pay lucky season 3 no ebo ama wati me enya cash and the show will be lucky everywhere you want. But your second option no and it's obeko a year luckiestafrica.com and no a website no so now wa register we are tap on community ticket no na also J was special ticket a bit me aboa ma why part of the draw win kwa ana wonam so na with me a yen side bit me amwa winning a lot of cash until lucky season 3 no ye de about who winning 500 times with stakes I don't pay way na open there ye diska at the show bottom and to be a part of it be lucky everywhere one more other Roma and I don't pay one more aboa. Doc, just under 5 seconds. What do I do? Be here, me na memra. I wonder so. Okay. Na dia na person can have the way young can be. Hey, Doc.
Speaker, why do you want the president to talk about it? Speaker. Mame fast some kaka.
There be just about the remember that wonder so na ku why you were chiro no ku no. I know day. Remember so that yentime and to so free one. Now, World Bank a year report about earlier on na me church report in him. Sometimes the politicians no may believe we say your fortunes nyina no ejina bibi so na esi. Enti Russia Ukraine war and the COVID-19 and the dear which but what bank say no correct 2022-2023 economic crisis e ba any nyina no ye ne ankasa ye mismanagement so wonder mami entiel
mini World Bank enya adwen ne enye adwen china
so say the entia
esane say yesi kasam if you say e pansam enye ne menka say Owura John Dramani Mahama abreso ene start ye efie kire ene hede eba aban bia ba ewo kwan a omofa so omukuta ezikasem na emom no research bebre a nkofo aye bia makenkan adadi befe say COVID ba ye FM 95. Ani Ukraine war ye ba ye no kwasem ne say ede ahuhia abre Ghana mine anya Ghana mine pe we ase fa na nyina na Mr. Speaker so be kaya
but you won't find report into some way
so be kaya during the 3 weeks lockdown almost 1 month lockdown yeah Ghana nya ye abebre entumi empie enkoto ade enkoton ade so who operate a business na even 24 hours simple when to me and I'm producing here Jenny Tikapuduo was say as a company or an entity home oba Ghana may musnahe or mine on ya yeshire and you gonna pay we are for the it's okay say COVID-19 Ukraine any events Russia war and have any impact Ghana's economy no kwasem say media begitu a enyeje meka say so ka say ohia buburo Ghana ha anase yesikasem enye kwan bi so a megitum ana made bi ka no from Kwame Nkrumah mreso nyina besi abre ye wo mu yi aban bi amaya meka say ye ho atoye totroto meka say wanfa eka ana wambe ade eka bi mpo anto de e wo so na mom currently hwaduane a efi Ukraine eba hwaduane a every Russia eba mena uka say ya last week yara Ukraine akọ bombe eye Russia for baby amu tu farm and baby you must store omo farm go Russia po aka say dia asirinti omo ton omo farm go no emma emfa kwa mansanjwa so esa ne say omo nim nia ewo mo nim eba wan hwa there will be a shortage wait say omo ton omo oil no amfa kwa mansanjwa so a ebedum pempenso bi say Africa and for that matter Ghana ya kra ya oil every Russia e dey na beto yen say heater every another serious the grains are every Ukraine eba tento quality as what and ebo no akosoro a obotue ka say me say have impact on Ghana's economy na have impact on the Ghana's economy but you know say aban bi aba obon say World Bank no akwa no ho duaburo ni bi na say obeka aban bi atwam agu na or paint way white won so kwa or the abano bi ya de abo
omo politicians ana
am so matam ntoma no bi afura so untumi hunu so ekwakuo na nsio so entrinkuma o untumi hunu etemi de mo kasa de sa asema mo de bayi de hwe owura mahama odi kan baba kokoye no the same na wo de ye no mampaye ku for do so koye the same mo de ye no me shan come to say aban so ne mbere so na okwa aban bia na ebono so development and economic liberation, you know, yen define in our own context. Yen can say, okay, say to me, I produce and we are okay. We have developed. Yan define development in our own context. We will mess up.
Okay.
At the media, I saw okay.
May I say, OSHA report na Dr. Enusa. So these are excerpts of it. These are own slides. The World Bank 2025 policy note transforming Ghana. Maybe to was it?
2022.
Wait, 2025 the end of the amount with emphasis on 2022. Yes.
Okay.
And the World Bank now. Also, the deterioration of the global conditions due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian Federation's invasion of Ukraine was not the cause of the 2022 macroeconomic crisis. Rather, it merely exposed an economy already beset with deep structural vulnerabilities and precarious macroeconomic conditions. And that is it. My memory was Bashiru. That means you, but okay down no. Look, all the compare what they did. I was more listed causes for what happened in 2022 and the cause effect of it. My Bashiru.
Mr. Speaker, you see, I agree with Doug, but then I also want you to know, say, near C before 2019 is the reason why World Bank. In fact, on the aspect of what I say, obi aban bi akwa na World Bank abeka say afa no ho. Aban bi akwa na World Bank abeka say afa no ho. That aspect I agree. But when it comes to the issue of the economic conditions that you face in 2022, me no nyina egitum say COVID-19 was part of the reasons. But entirely COVID-19 was not the reason. Russia-Ukraine was not entirely the reason. Because before COVID-19, Ghana was facing challenges.
Oh, but I make can say yes. I said it.
And don't forget, sir, before His Excellency John Dramani Mahama left power in 2016, he had predicted say the economy will grow by 7 point something percent, 7.2%. And in fact, MPP are buying by in 2017, the economy grew by that percentage or kind, because we were just leaving an IMF program. So we were able to predict, say, economy may grow by this percentage level. Now, just immediately MPP for buying, within the space of 2 years, before the COVID-19 became so much dense in this country, that country we were going through certain challenges and I can say go through. One, if you look at the public debt,
95.1
before the COVID-19, under His Excellency John Dramani, before President Mahama left office in 2017, each person was owing 4,733. That is what divided that amount of money Ghana for now what the individual say, Mr. Sipka, what do you need GTUaka? Mr. Wanda, what do you need GTUaka? Doctor, do you need on GTUaka? Each person was owing 4,733. Now, in 2019, and the value coin 7,266. In 2019,
in Ghana cities.
In Ghana cities, yes. In 2019, no, just early 2019, no, now COVID-19. COVID-19 wasn't there. Even the dollar, before we left office, the dollar was somewhere 3.9. In 2019, it had valued to somewhere 5 Ghana cities or so.
95.1.
And so, definitely, the economy was weak. They weren't dealing with the economy well. You see, all the indicators shown that under MPP government, just between the space of 2 years, excessive borrowing. In fact, Mumbai free education. Fine, free education. But one thing now someone say, let's look for a dedicated source and free education. We suggested many things. Say oil fan free education. But MPP resulted to going to pick loans fund free education. Yet your mind way mu. Idea yes or mu ye no or mu nye. In fact, why would a government go and take money and go and be doing amona when your people were suffering? What do you say? What do you call National Cathedral? What call about 97 million Ghana cedis? What do you call to amona and you are saying that you are miraculous to the sense that your country will not go into distress. In fact, when President Mahama, before President Mahama came to government, we knew the amount of money before President Mahama left and the amount of a car na President Mahama did. But you could point out, say, Chips Compound way you could point out, say, Bank of Ghana Hospital you could point out roads, schools, and so many other things. I able to point out, say, we say, and the President Mahama near called or this kind of call salons say no day. But under President Akufo-Addo, we were asking them, look at this leading member, a whole regional minister, Ashanti region. Yebisa and say, what has the MPP done in Ashanti region? He couldn't mention one. Even the president himself, when he was seeking for the second term in office, or call Ashanti region, Yebisa and said, what did you do for Ashanti Mai? Not to hold Kasha Kufa, no, 2 for say, or the Nana Okotoba for whoever, what is it? Those were the people he was mentioned as part of his government. Near World Bank Kano, the truth of the matter is that the economy was mismanaged before even COVID-19. All the indications before COVID-19, they pointed out that the government was not going in, the governance system was not going in the right direction. That is why today, but the problem I have with them is that why do you have to wait 2019? Fine, that's where the matter started. Why did you have to wait? In fact, 2022, the analysis in 2022. Why were you waiting for 2023? You didn't bring it out. Why? And you are now bringing it out now. 2023, I didn't know. Was it because we were going for an election? But all the same, the most important thing is Ghanaians will begin to know the apology Dr. Bawumia or Sere Ghana for. I believe he has read this report before we even saw it. He has read this report. And because of this report, him say, the report will come on, so he has to start to apologize. So I am not surprised that Dr. Adichim says that on dealing with matters. Because the reporter, it did not say that the educational sector was zero.
Okay.
They said that the economic sector and then is zero. And the economic sector, Dr. Bawumia, that's what they are talking about.
Okay.
And so, World Bank has done their own. They have told us what happened under President Akufo-Addo and the deception no modi. In fact, under NDC, when NDC were opposition, we're talking about all these things. Okay. Now, you were at forcing. No, can't want them say it is not entirely COVID-19 in Russia-Ukraine war and their causes are no money. Now then, you new world we are all in this world. Whilst we're complaining about COVID-19 impact, Nigeria was facing the same impact of COVID-19. In fact, COVID-19 was in Nigeria. Uko Togo, COVID-19 was there. Uko Cote d'Ivoire, COVID-19 was there. Why were their economy doing well than Ghana? Even though COVID-19 was there.
Bashiro, thank you. Maybe Dr. Indusa. So now I'm faster than be my Bills microcredit. I don't pay one more dollar my Bills Sebra. Now they will support your dreams. I don't pay any so I didn't be our word. I so be our son. Say unyaya one kasa obi be we juma. Na waye we juma. But you say si kasem kwa na masa any so I didn't know with their Bills microcredit. Adaroba. But you one more ebe boa ama dream no. I come into reality. I feel uti me your businessman or your businesswoman. O pesika e de atre wa dwuma ni mu a anopei one bills any enkomo monso a moya aban adwuma ana moya ankrankran adwuma moya salaried workers boso me bia na moje aketua no bills say o won hye papa bebre na no e wo ho e de mamo se wo betimi aba abaji sika e de ayemo project a mo pese moye no wo betimi aba wo be mo sika na wo de ahyase na afei etimi aboa wo ye se wotie mi ampache unhia collateral bia bills aso ye de wo mo se wonhia se obenya collateral bills in here say one no ebewo account and na say we save ewo eye bills bra or how be a da so be say sikasem kwa dia bills say wo mo ebeje so adopay na wo mo ne wa ye adwuma e de abom unhia say obetu susu wo mo nchen de unhia ne say obewo Ghana card na afi wa bom atenaye wo mo ne obeye adwuma abom adopay for bills on 0596 920 833 0596 920 833 and after 0302 0302 390 na one bills any enkomo anopay womo adaroma wombejo so ahwe aboa na luckiest Season 3 no aba be a part of it and pay dial *712# na wetime select option 1 na wetwa special ticket no na once why a part of it but you stand a chance of winning over 500 times the amount of money with the air channel ubetime so akọ luckiestafrica.com na wa select a community ticket o tap so na wetime enya ticket no e wo so pay Season 3 no ebeboa ma watimi win cash pa until luckiest be lucky everywhere fa ho hyemu bi na ebeboa ma nso watimi enya a lot of cash adopay numeko yadaroma ana womo aboaye ba yemra Dr. Inusa so na mintie wono nso ewo eye issues a yaboso anopay doc ma mintie
speaker me kind IMF policy notes for 2025 which had also highlighted the same issues I can answer. And then no, yeah, IMF no World Bank for as I say, more than the chrono abetuja. When we say that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, excuse my language speaker, is a pathological liar.
Oh, a liar, to say. Why do you call the former vice president a liar?
Obekache, the people of Ghana say. The reason why economy no was because of COVID-19 and Russian-Ukraine war. Speaker, share francophone countries. Ivory Coast need a kicker home. Even during COVID, no. What was the inflation rate in their countries?
Onua FM.
I am glad, sir. The policy notes has highlighted a lot of issues in our economy. Also, a macroeconomy. The reason why we had a poor macroeconomic environment was because the fundamentals were weak. Speaker, fundamentals were do you know that out of the 68 years of Ghana, your IMF program will bear 40 years? Into technically, no, in terms of economic management, only 28 years. It is serious, speaker.
But the okay, President Akufo-Addo had a contrary view. My entire president, right? Just a minute.
Matamale City, Everton 2-0. Wow.
Onua FM 95.1.
Facha me na me pese me bo president sound no for state of the nation
Speaker,
make here yes
we've lived in it. We've lived in it. We've felt the economy. We've experienced it. It's a new casa we never magana for jitum sa sama make no cre. Speaker, at a point in time now inflation it drew 52%. Ghana's currency was one of the worst performing currencies in the world. Speaker, Ken Ofori-Atta must be brought to book. He's not above any law. Even the former president Jerry John Rawlings.
Must be brought to book. Say why day?
Speaker, say why then? Say
Ken Ofori-Atta then he must be brought to book.
The National Cathedral should come and answer. Huh?
That's someone charging. He's not under any charges.
Ombambe answer. Now say Sebi President Rawlings, when he was accused for killing people, no, President Kufuor Abayamu, they set up a committee. And yes, sir. And Omu invited him, and he came to answer.
Yeah, he came, he did.
Even a former president. How much more a former finance minister? Speaker, he should come and answer for the National Cathedral. He should come and answer for the over $33 billion Euro bonds are already here. He should come and answer why he collateralized Get Fund, why he collateralized ESLA. Sikana already here. And then or the year, Dutch bonds, and then or the year. He should come and answer. He should come and answer for the banking sector cleanup exercise. Exercise say taking 9 billion cedis to do the cleanup exercise. It costs us over 25 billion cedis. He should come and answer to the people of Ghana. He should come and answer, say, under 2021, 2022, under the BOG Act, and the Public Financial Management Act, anytime a central bank will trust Kabiano and say a parliament, no more approving. Omu trasika say 77 billion cedis totally. Parliament and Nimushi. He should come and answer. These are indeed one of the greatest sins in our fourth republic. Because under Ken Ofori-Atta, a lot of entrepreneurs here. Under Ken Ofori-Atta, Igrofubinya head cut, and your haircut, head cut, speaker. Head cut. Now say head cut, they say we will survive. Head cut, Omuchi. Under his leadership, and the president Gina Simpian so say we are not going to have a haircut. And yes, I know but Ampa Okaya, and your haircut no more. Head cut.
So see haircut, but now also the coin haircut, Massa.
I say we are not going to have a haircut. I agree because I did a haircut.
By your definition.
Minya.
By your definition.
You're trying to provoke baby.
Why did you try?
Hey, now.
And then
Ora we cry when the car was a day, come was a day. Come on, industry said it as a day. Wamba about Yamekasa.
I say a haircut. No, because by your definition, answer saying.
Your child, you are. Nay, child.
Ever
What do you mean, yeah, Siga, Yenya Chrome Hanumo. Namin, Maminda Minya Solomono Usu, as he said, we petition OSP on the allegation of corruption.
Onua FM 95.1.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Okujina MPP for delegates and him. And the delegates now Motie and then move and share. Say, no Mahmoud Bawumia at 300 pickups. Emma party no. Sikano nya fiinfa. Navara pickup be average $60,000. $60,000 by 300. Speaker, emu yedu onya sikano fiinfa. On betre. It is speaker. The World Bank for Kano.
Enti Dr. Opa say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia own to me 300 pickups ana.
Me pacho vice president.
Enti me be say I was sponsor so was sponsor some sponsor no
Enti no so me ya.
No. Because we also have electoral financing laws, which is a campaign financing laws. We into Obama Yano because he vice president because he was supposed to say no Bamu Bamya and then Toma party for no.
The statement was very clear.
It was very clear. Into I saw betrayal no, and I'm not surprised.
Bashiru. And so obi to ade mommy na me be say okay, me na me to ya for my campaign. Dem bone na maye.
Debi.
And you pass obi to sponsor me na.
Okay, because you support it of the doubt. Into Ombe Yano. Minya surprise. Who share the goal for oil policy?
No, see for me na am fancy.
The goal for oil policy, me no come asema. Sika Central Bank a pompier from that policy no. They lost 45% of that Sika to the tune of 2.15 billion cedis. Minya goal for oil policy mamu ba mi ade hu obo ni kukusu se wa ya ade no. The policy was a failure. Because the central bank recorded a loss of 2.15 billion cedis. And now I know Kasano. We have been told that by the World Bank report said, who share the northern region of Ghana? Ghana poverty bebrenu is within the upper east, upper west, and almost all the northern regions.
Northeast no more.
All the northern regions, including the northeast. Meaning, rural folks in this country account to over 80% of our impoverished people.
No, see for
2.15 billion cedis no. And kaudu mamu esi mini dams and ya dugouts to say we one village one dam amuko see ya omuko ye dugouts and then uko kra uwo say we no cry famana cry insu na efi amenu. Minya ayasem
but I say thank you.
But speaker. So one mama Bashiru and Pame Chawa no kwasem say yampon program. Esa say better ho di batem.
So I
o say mi olumai.
Oh,
o say mi olumai.
Doc, but that's the time so not time so no.
Speaker open side we pa. Metro petition.
Metro petition
increase time.
Speaker.
Yes.
The time is too short.
The time is not too short.
Time too short.
Time am ban here chance here.
We say 9. Inti yesu you me say me dra 9.
When do ha 9. Oba say dog oba when do ha 9.
I'm not do ha.
And you don't tell you so I mean say why.